She was gone the entire weekend. And then right before she left, her aunt went into the ICU. And then right before she got back, my uncle went in the ICU. So the anniversary weekend is being postponed until we get away in 2 weeks, to one of our beach destinations we like to go to. So that's in a
Okay.
nutshell the story. But
So
other than
how was the
that, it
weekend?
was
Not great. So sorry, Chip. Jesus.
it was a whirlwind.
Yeah, yeah. Well, I think it's good that you guys were able to still set some time aside for yourselves
Yeah,
to be able to plan something. So yeah,
for sure.
that'll be good. That'll be good. I'm
I
sorry about
told
the
her
family
the
members.
date's just the date. We'll make it special for us.
Yeah, yeah. No, absolutely. Life happens, and that's hey. There's a reason you guys were together, or you guys have been together for 17 years. You know.
I was joking with my wife. I said, "Look, we're getting at the age that this is going to become more common. We just have to prepare for it." And it sounds grim, but unfortunately, it's true.
Yeah. Oh yeah. No, that's funny. That's funny. Good.
That wasn't 5 minutes. It was less than a minute.
All right, sorry.
It's okay.
So, what are your wins?
Good morning. Happy Monday, everybody. It's 8:02. It's time to hear from you. What are your wins, your celebrations, something you're just being dang proud of from over the weekend?
I wrote another offer this weekend.
Awesome. When do you hear back?
Well, we were in competition with another one and we lost, but
Why?
my buyers did put every possible effort they could into that contract. So there's nothing more they could have done.
How'd they get beat?
Um,
Mm.
I don't know. I want to say
Okay.
purchase price. I asked her. She hasn't responded yet, but I mean, we came in at list price, but we had to ask for concessions for closing costs.
Okay.
I'm just gonna assume that's what it was
What's your price point?
for them. 500.
Okay.
Yeah.
There's an
Right.
opportunity. So
That was
congrats on
good.
getting an offer. Is there a backup opportunity?
Um, Maybe they said they want to just keep looking around for now at other places,
Of
which
course.
is
Of
totally
course.
fine.
Next.
My friends closed on their house on Friday.
Yeah, they did. Congrats, Miss Aaron.
Thank you.
I sent out 2 referrals this weekend.
Yeah, you did. Great job, Caitlin.
I had a successful agent networking event on Friday for
Yeah,
NARA.
you did. Good job, Babby. Was it on your YouTube page?
It was not on my YouTube page. There was a lot of dancing and drinking involved, so I didn't want to.
So what you're saying is
We had a good time.
okay. I got to hang out with about 100,000 of my closest friends yesterday. That was fun.
Hmm.
Well, any other wins, celebrations, something you're just dang proud of?
I wasn't here Friday, but I had a closing Thursday. We went under contract this week yesterday on my house in the Highlands, and then I have a closing today.
There you go. Yeah, you do, Christina. Good job. So, I you guys don't know this or not, I'm kind of a conservative leaning individual. I would consider myself an extreme moderate. I like to be in the middle of the pipeline and see what both sides of the aisle are doing. However, I do have some beliefs that are non-shakable, infallible, and something I probably will never preach or talk or fight against because if you disagree, that's fine. That's your place. I think that makes a lot of people is if I don't agree with you, I'm going to listen to your side and I'm going to hear the things that you have to say because maybe there's information I don't know. But I sat in a memorial yesterday for a gentleman that passed away about 2 weeks ago, and it was probably one of the most impactful things I've ever been a part of. And the entire time I'm there, I'm thinking, I don't think I'm doing enough in life. It's an incredible thing to think about is when you're there celebrating the life of another man and hearing all of the wins and accolades and things that he's doing and all the hearts and lives and minds and souls that he's changed or challenged. I was excited for that. And I was excited to see the amount of people that were there in celebration. But in my heart, I felt like I wasn't doing enough. I really do. Like, how many people on this earth don't give it every day? They don't show up. They don't turn it on. They don't connect at a level that they can every day. They play safe. I can tell you a couple times in my life where I've regretted playing safe. Sometimes I wish I'd have played safe because I got hurt or harmed. But if I look at the last 38 years of my life, I've done some pretty incredible things. I think I've changed and challenged hearts and minds of hundreds of people, not millions. I'm not there yet. But I look back and it's okay. How many days did I phone it in? How many moments did I just half-ass it? How many days did I not do at a level of Big Dan Caldwell, but I did it at a level of everyone else in the room? And that was kind of an interesting thing to me is how many of us haven't even shown our true potential yet? You might be in your 20s, your 30s, your 50s, hell, your 60s. And there are still so much more life to give. Because Colonel Sanders, didn't he start KFC like when he was 70? Think about that.
I didn't start this career till I was 40.
I didn't know you were 40.
Bro, I'm 45.
Babyface Jim over there. I thought he was just 22. He's been married for
Bro,
7
you haven't
years.
seen me in person. I'm an old man.
Got married at 8 years old. It was a compliment, Jim. Take it.
We went to the casino the other day, and all the people in front of us got carded, and me and my buddy got our IDs out. And the guy goes, "No, you guys are good."
Like, ouch.
You sure?
No, I look at this. Where we play safe, where we play all in. I remember games where I played football that I walked away from that field just completely annihilated physically. I barely had the energy to take my jersey off and get the pads off. And if you ever played football, after a couple hours in pads, they're very difficult to unhook. Your arms are dead, your back is dead, you're sweaty, you smell like a buffalo. It's tough. But I remember physically being exhausted, mentally being worn down, but spiritually on fire. Because we may have lost the game, but I left every ounce of possibility out there. I went toe-to-toe with some of the best players in the game at that age. And I didn't let them win. And I've been toe-to-toe with some of the biggest agents in the career field that I've chosen now, and I didn't let them win. But yet I sat in this stadium. I was going to call it a hall, an auditorium. It was a stadium, big-ass place. And I've been in that stadium twice. Once for the Super Bowl in 2012, and yesterday. Yesterday was there for a different reason, but both times I was captivated by the fact that we are an environment, we are in a culture, we are in a community that one person can literally change the lives of millions. 100 million people saw yesterday's presentation.
That's not including the world,
That is-
those outside of America.
That's it. Think about that. In 31 years of life, was able to connect with over 100 million people. Now, I'm not saying I want to go out there and I want to be the next one. I don't want to be. That's not my path in life. That's not my value or vision. But I woke up this morning energized. Actually, went to bed last night energized. I had 2 hours of sleep and I drove all the way to Phoenix, all the way back last night and stood in lines for hours. I was on my feet for 9 hours straight. But I'll tell you, I didn't feel tired. I didn't feel exhausted. I didn't feel anything other than elated and energized and ready to take a message and bring it back. This morning I woke up and I was like, you know what? I was completely lost what I want to talk about this morning, but it hit me. It's like, you're not lost about it. You're just not, you're afraid to to put it out there is, guys, don't play small. Whatever you want to do it. If it scares you, do it afraid. Because guess what? The plot twist in your life hasn't come yet. Not that it's going to be a bad thing or a good thing. It's going to be whatever it is. But we're also afraid to do things because we're waiting for the downfall. We're waiting for the negative. What if on the other side of this is something amazing? Maybe this moment changes everything. Maybe deciding to go do something is the invite you needed to enter a room of different possibilities. And then you decide to flip the script and everything changes. You've struggled in life, you've had some bad failures, maybe you've got a little bit of a pessimistic edge. Well, flip the script. What would go wrong if you started looking at the optimistic side of things? I know people. My Uncle Bert, rest his soul, you could not tell that man anything. He was stubborn. He was pig-headed. He knew everything. Hell, if you told him the sky was blue, he would argue it was red just to argue. Some people are just downright difficult. But do we lock horns with those people, or do we just let them go? Hey, this is where we get into the nitty-gritty of what you're doing is maybe you're that person and you're locking horns with yourself. Are you keeping yourself from doing something bigger? Are you keeping yourself from connecting with more people? Are you keeping yourself from turning the page and letting the plot twist show up? I want to do more. I want to be more. I want to challenge and grow and change more. But can I do that by staying the same? No. Did I align with everything that was said yesterday? No, I didn't. I picked up the pieces that fit the puzzle of my life, and I left the rest that didn't. But I can tell you the one thing that I picked up that I really, really needed to hear wasn't even said. It was a thought that I need to do more. And I hope that somebody here hears the same thing. There's an opportunity for you to have the life that you want. It's on the other side of what you don't want to do. Man, I am lazy by nature. If I were a Pokemon, I'd be Snorlax. Only 3 of you know that reference. Showing your age there, Sheldon. Trey's like, I got this card right here. No, I'm only kidding.
Heard you. Got you.
Yeah, I gotta push myself to do more, show up more, be more. Because I can look back in life. I can look back 5 years ago, and the life I'm living now completely different than what I saw 5 years ago. Let's look back 5 years from now. Right? Are we gonna say the same thing? Man, everything's changed. Happier, healthier, more financially free? Or are we gonna live the same 5 years? Sometimes opportunity doesn't knock, it whispers. Sometimes opportunity doesn't knock, it walks by the front door, it doesn't even say anything. You got to catch it. Hell, sometimes opportunity hasn't even left its own house, and you got to go over there, knock on the door, and make it come outside. The harder I work, the more opportunity seems to show up. And that's working on myself, working on my time, working on my family, working on the people around me. I don't want my name on a banner. I don't want 100 million people sad about my passing when I die. I'll take 10 people, 10 good, solid people in my life that said he was a decent dude. Because those 10 people will then go tell 10 people. So my mindset reset today, guys, is let's go ahead and do a plot twist. Let's change the trajectory of our story. Yeah. Yeah. Got it, baby say.
My grandbaby.
Because if we do something a little bit more, we put in a little bit more energy, a little bit more effort, a little bit more activity, a little bit more focus, what is that going to give you? Stop repeating the same day over and over and over, expecting a different life. If you wake up at the same time every morning, you do the same routine every single day, and you get the same results, if those results aren't putting you where you want to be, change one thing. I heard this yesterday as one of the doctors that came up was talking about early education in this man's life. He said, well, he always had a thing against college. If you guys know who I'm talking about, you know exactly his stance on college. But he had dozens of college certificates, classes that he's taken on his own. It wasn't education that was the problem. It was the formalization of it to him. He wanted the knowledge. He wanted the education. He wanted the depth of resources. So instead of waiting on a formal education, he went and did it himself. How many of us have access to unlimited knowledge?
All of us.
All of us. All of us. And did you know that maybe the more you're trying to be is on the other side of understanding? Raise your hand if you're the type of person that doesn't like to make a move unless you understand what's on the other side. You analyze it, you paralyze it, you think to a point of absurdity, and you try to get it all right. I'm not going to do it until I know I'm going to be right.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
I was looking at you the entire time. But that's okay, right? There are people out there that need to know where's this line go? Where does it end? Where does it show up? Where do I need to be? What's happening? What's moving? What's shaking? And there are other people that are like, people are walking in that direction. I want to be that direction. I'm just going to go and find my own path. Or, hey, you look like you know what you're doing. What can you see? There was a guy standing on a pole. I was in the middle of the crowd. I'm talking middle of the jungle. And there's a guy standing on a light pole about 10 feet from me. And I yelled over to him. I was like, which way is the line moving? So he looked, and he's about 4 feet above us. So he's looking at the path. And so he's showing us the path of how it was moving. So we were able to identify about how long it would take and things like that. But could I have seen where the path was moving from where I'm at? What did I have to do?
Jump.
Someone else.
I had to ask someone else.
Oh.
I had to get somebody at a higher station. Right? Charlie Kirk did the same thing. Everybody that showed up yesterday had a point of view, and a lot of them were his mentors. People that he asked questions to, people that he went to and said, hey, this is what I'm trying to do. What can you see? Because I can't see it all. One of my favorite lines yesterday was, he's like, it's really hard to mentor somebody smarter than you. And I laughed at that because as a mentor to hundreds of people, it's not. I mentor people smarter than me every day. Hell, there's 21 of you on this call. The odds are in your favor that you are more intelligent than me. But the difference is, I'm standing on that light pole. I can see things you can't. And then beyond me, there's someone standing on top of the lights or on top of the building that can see even more. So a big part of doing more is doing more with other people. Put yourself around people that don't just think like you. We like to isolate or encapsulate ourselves in these belief crowds. Like these are my people. I want to be around the people that think like me, act like me, treat me like me, and everything like that. Are you going to grow your understanding of the other side that way? No. You can read books, you can watch podcasts, you can watch videos, you can do all kinds of stuff to understand what you cannot see. I can tell you the 5 people I was standing next to outside of my family, we had a great conversation yesterday. I knew a lot about these people. But I can tell you that those 5 people saw the same things I saw. I wanted more. I wanted to see more, do more, be more. And the funny thing is about 2 hours after standing in line, in one line, security broke down. There was a bunch of super secure yellow barn wire, a baling wire, if you will, that plastic cable. Super secure, never cross it, right? Holds back armies. Well, somebody thought it was smart to step on that, knocked it down. And then in an instant, thousands of people, not just hundreds, thousands of people got out of line and started heading towards security gates. I knew where they were heading because I'd asked the gentleman on the light post about an hour before which way the line was going. So I tell my family, we're going that way. I don't know how we're going to get there. I don't know how we're going to find our way through, but we're going that way. And in doing so, I was able to put ourselves in a position where we got in. Hundreds of thousands of people wanted to be inside, but not that many could be inside. They started turning people away instantly. But I wanted to do more. I was willing to take a chance based on limited information because I knew being where I was at would not get me where I wanted to go. I wanted to do more. Guys, I didn't even want to be there yesterday. My daughter did. I support this. I really do. I think it's a fantastic thing. And if she wants to learn and be a part of that, I'm supporting her on it. This wasn't a desire of mine to go. I went to support my kid. It turned into Nana wants to go. I want to go with her. And my mom's like, well, or her mom, my wife says, well, you're not going without me, which turned into you're not going without me. And holy crap, did I not take a lesson right to the chest? Do more, be more, push for more. And that's where my claim for you guys is if you want to do more, I want to be on that light post for you. I want to show you a direction to run when things go south so you can get the life that you want. I am not here to play safe and be comfortable. I'm here to answer questions at 7 o'clock at night or 9 o'clock at night when you have a tough situation or you're unsure and you need to see what's on the other side of the rope. One thing I can tell you is if I don't know, I'm going to go climb a light pole for you. Or I'm going to find someone already on it. But the one crazy thing is that if all of us had the same mentality, how many people could we help? How many buyers, how many sellers, how many IT people, how many consultant jobs could we get? How many people could we impact by ourselves deciding to do more? That is what fuels me. I didn't want to do it for me. But when someone else said I wanted to do it and I wanted to be there for them, there was no question. Wake up at 2 o'clock in the morning and drive to Phoenix? You got it. Stand in line for 9 hours? Okay. Sit uncomfortably in a stadium chair when you're about 40% too big for the size that they're supposed to be for? I got you. Then drive the family back home only to have time to get in the shower and go to bed? All right. Wasn't for me though. So another lesson that's very clear is when you want to do more, are you doing it more for yourself or for someone else? I heard this yesterday that he was a great leader. He learned to be a great leader so he could be a good servant. Do you know what that means? Do you? How can you become a great leader to be a good servant?
I think the better you're able to lead someone, it's a direct correlation to how well you're able to serve them. Because a bad leader isn't going to serve you anything.
Yeah. Guys, if you needed help, would you go to a manager that just barked orders at the front of a pulpit? Or would you go to a leader that was in the trenches with you?
I think being a good follower helps you to be a good leader. Is that right?
Part of it too. Because a great leader knows that he doesn't know everything or she doesn't know everything. That guy on the light post became the leader for a second. Hey, where are we going? Lead us in the direction we need to go. But when the line broke down, you know what happened to the guy on the light post? He stood on the light post because he was watching the calamity. I want to do more, which means I'm going to need to learn more. I'm going to need to grow more, challenge myself to be more so that when you have a need, I can serve it. I'm not here to crack a whip. We aren't working in a blood diamond mine. If we were, I'd be a lot richer and you'd be a lot more mad at me. What I am here to do is help you guys realize a better life. And I think that's one of the best gifts I could give anybody is more. I want you to do more, see more, believe more. Maybe it's believe in yourself more. I can tell you a few times in my career, I get the text message, thank you for believing in me when I couldn't believe in myself. And that's one of the most impactful things that I've ever been told. Because I know what it feels like when people give up on you. And trust me, I will give up on you far after you've given up on yourself. Because sometimes we are the worst to ourselves. So I want to do more. I want to create more. I want to challenge more. I want to grow more. I want to be more impactful. I want to be more for everyone. So I call upon you to push me to do more. Bring a friend, bring a colleague, bring somebody that you don't know is on this call and ask them to be involved. Because the more we grow this, does that not force me to be more, do more, respond more? In doing so, does that not force you to be more, do more, grow more? So this week's lesson is brought to you by the word more. How are we going to do more? What are we going to do to be more impactful, be more magnetic? Are you in? I know today was a heavy message, not as fun and elated, but I'm excited to see you guys do more. Are you ready?
Oh, yeah.
All right.
I'm ready.
Ready? All right. I know you're ready. You're in. All right. Any other thoughts, questions, comments, concerns before I kick you out of here? Caitlin is waiting at my door patiently. Now she is breaking into my door. She is in the office, guys. I am not safe.
Call the
Call the police. All right. I'll see you guys tomorrow morning. Thank you for being part of my life and being part of my tribe. And thank you for pushing me